After going up 2-0 on the road, the Edmonton Oilers return home to Rogers Place Saturday night in a building that will undoubtedly be rocking this evening and could be quite the hostile environment for the visiting Vegas Golden Knights. Stuart Skinner, he's back, baby. He's getting the start for the Edmonton Oilers. Calvin Pickard out with an injury, an undisclosed injury. We'll unpack that one in just a bit. This is a big spot for our boy Stuart Skinner as the Oilers have a chance to go up 3-0 on the Vegas Golden Knights. Oilers, Knights, Knights, Oilers. Fingers crossed as I say that. Knock on wood, everything I do. But hello and welcome to Pregaming with Bordzy, brought to you by Sherwood Ford and the Giant, and is also a presentation of Bet365, because you know it. Download the app today, whatever the moment. It's never ordinary at Bet365. This evening, I am joined, at least for the first half of Pregaming with Bordzy, by co-host Brett Holden. We've got the full pre-ONAD team. It's me, you, Patrick Puff behind the scenes. Tyler Remchuk will be joining us here on Pregaming. The man who has just got a beautiful shout out from the Wit Dog on Spittin' Chicklets on the latest episode. Paraphrasing, he said Tyler runs Oilers Nation. He's pretty pivotal in Oilers Nation, I will say. So he will join us a little bit later. And then, of course, unfortunately tonight, just for Pregaming though, we're not getting Devin Dubnyk. He's out. He's got a belated birthday dinner for himself, but do not fret. We will have him live on Oilersnation After Dark. So that means A, be nice in the chat about it, and B, I want to see happy belated B-days to Devin Dubnyk in the chat. But Bert, joined by you Saturday night, Greta Bar Yeg. Another night for us. It seems to be every other night. We are here. This place already packed. Every single table here is reserved. Every single seat in this bar is accounted for right now. Something tells me we might be having a night tonight.
Oh, the city is buzzing. There's a lot of times heading to Greta and coming down to the downtown. I was sitting here going, man, there isn't the buzz of the playoffs like there was last year. Today was totally different. Totally different. And yeah, no, I'm really excited. And yes, Tyler will be joining. I'm just the opener in good old baseball terms.
Yeah, it was really funny because I texted Brett. I thought he was producing today. He wasn't. I then said, I might need you to just basically be my co-host while you're producing. And then I went, you're not producing? Okay, you didn't get the choice. You're just going to be my actual co-host. So shout out to you for doing it. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's get caught up. Fighting Amish. First comment of the day. Oilers Nation citizens, rise up. Time to support our guy Stu. LFG Oilers, a cup, yeah.
Cup, yeah.
There it is. Positivity. Strictly positivity tonight for Stuart Skinner. If, it's a big if, he makes the first save of the game tonight, I want that crowd going nuts for my boy Stu, loyal to Oil, wishing Picks a speedy recovery. Game 3. Stu, it's your time to shine. Let's go, ON fam. Southpaw, hope will never die. Let's go, Oilers. Rogers Place, bring the motherfucking ruckus.
Good word.
That's a good
into the Terror Dome.
I like that. There we go. Mr. Burns, loving the stupendous positivity that I've been seeing online today. Shout out our boy Matthew Wozniak, bringing some positivity online. Time for a big win to silence any doubts. Cup, yeah.
Cup, yeah.
Charles Benoit Giguère.
What a name.
Hell of a name right there.
CV Giguère.
From Quebec City. I probably could have guessed that from your name. Fan since 2009. Let's go, Stu. Make it happen. Dylan, oof. Let's go, Oilers. Cup, yeah, baby.
Cup, yeah.
Give Hal Davin. I wonder if Knobloch will start the fourth line. They were incredible in the last game. Connor McDavid recently was raving about them in an interview about how good Arvey, Pods, Janmark have been since they've been brought together and became this fourth line for the Oilers. We'll unpack that a little bit more as we move along. Amanda, it's fine. Everything is fine. Stu.
Ooh, yeah, we can do that again.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? See, there we go. Positivity. Once again, there's another one for us. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little nervous about one Stuart Skinner being in the crease tonight, which producer Pat, great point. He said it's hilarious that we're nervous about going back to our starting goaltender all of this season. So it is pretty funny that way. And then McMullet was down here at Greta. So was Mistaken Mexican. They're going to be at the game. Mistaken Mexican. He was wearing his Hope Will Never Die t-shirt underneath. But McMullet came up to me and I said I was worried. He said, Bordzy, don't be. Brett, I went, okay, done. I just won't be then. Let's go Stuart Skinner because McMullet believes. Damn it, I'm going to believe as well. Bella sending nothing but good vibes to Stu and the boys. Job's not done.
Job's not finished.
Bob Stauffer, let's get it. Maynard, Brett was so awesome and lost. Shout out Hurley. Shout out Hurley. You were great in that role.
Appreciate it.
Mr. Burns, 91. Brett and Bordzy is always a good time. You should come down to Greta Barrieg. Mr. Burns, I know you're out in the 6. You got to deal with those Leafs fans. We wish you were here and you could be partying with us at Greta because you were there a lot last year and we had some fun. Southpaw, Brett and Bordzy, Airbnb.
Oh.
Chat's already on fire. Chat's already on fire.
Damn it,
And then we got a super chat from our queen, Tammy's in. Reminder, all your super chats are in support of the Ben Stelter Foundation. Tammy says $5. Skinny has got this. Brett, let's just kick it off there. Where's your 1 out of 10 Dave Portnoy decimal system confidence level Stuart Skinner going into game 3?
6.8.
You wouldn't just bump it up 1?
I know, I thought about it, but that's a little corny, isn't it? No, it's Stuart Skinner has proven that he's been able to come back after losses and bad losses. And hey, now he's even been benched for a guy who's a career AHLer. Again, not a bump to Calvin Pickard at all, but that's still a little kick in the ass. And especially for a guy, and we know the storylines after the Four Nations had a child, had a whole bunch going on as well. A lot of stuff that we don't know what's going on too. That also affects what goes on the ice. Then you see what happens in Los Angeles, really in his own head, it really seemed like. And after that, Edmonton started playing the Oilers forwards and D started playing more structurally and well, although those goals were very unwell structurally, but they started playing better and specifically in front of Calvin Pickard. Now they know how to play that way. Now it's just a different goalie in front of you, or behind you, I should say. That's why I'm not worried. But again, history repeats itself. And in that same breath, take a look at the history from last year. Mm-hmm. Calvin Pickard came in the Vancouver series.
Bag Milk's here. Let's go.
Calvin Pickard
Jay Downton is here.
Oh,
let's go.
God. Wow. The stars are coming out tonight.
Stars are out, baby. Stars are out.
Calvin Pickard came in the second round during Vancouver, did his job, and then Stuart Skinner came back in and just was lights out for the rest of the playoffs. Hoping that can kind of happen again. Then you can have 2 hot goalies going into it. So yeah, not too worried, but we'll see.
Tammy's, sorry, 9.1 out of 10 because she put 9.1%. I was like, God damn, Tammy, what did I say about positivity? Let's go. You're really starting out. Veronica positive says Connor McDavid is the best.
Yes.
Because we all know he is. Wise Kyle says 4.2 out of 10. So he's a little nervous as well. For me, Pat, you just showed up that tweet right there. Can you just pull it up one more time? Because those numbers were pretty good for Stuart Skinner when he returned last postseason after he missed the 2 games against Vancouver, games 4 and 5, pick starts. They put in Stuart Skinner down 3-2 in the series, backs against the wall, believed in him, and they were justified in it because in his final 15 games since returning from the bench, he allowed 2 goals or less in 11 of those 15 games and had a .914 save percentage and a .205 goals against average. I am begging for that Stuart Skinner history bound to repeat itself, baby.
That's going to win. That's going to win a lot of hockey games if you can keep the opposition down to 2 goals or less.
You're damn right. And the goaltending in the NHL playoffs this season, not anything close to .914. So I'll take a .905. I'll take 900. Stu, let's just start with the first shot. Let's start with the first shot, and we'll go
drip
from there.
drip.
But you mentioned it, right? So the team wasn't playing well in front of Stuart Skinner for the 2 games against LA. They were very vocal about it. We need to be better. We're hanging them out to dry. They fixed a number of those issues in front of Calvin Pickard. And since then, the Oilers as a team, 18 skaters plus the goaltender, have been rolling. 6 consecutive wins here in the NHL playoffs, which no matter who you're playing, that is never an easy feat. That is an incredible feat. But I'd say the most impressive part, Brett, we were just talking about before the show, they're doing it in so many different ways. And last year, a lot of things were going right. The PK killed off 25 in a row. The power play was elite. That has not been the case so far, especially in this series throughout 2 games. It hasn't been their Connor and Leon show. It's been the depth scoring throughout everybody out there on the ice. And that's what has me feeling pretty good about the Edmonton Oilers. And I don't know their odds tonight coming into this hockey game, because I would say game 2, that was the Vegas Golden Knights' best punch in my mind. I do think they probably deserve to win that hockey game. In the overall grand scheme, they outplayed the Edmonton Oilers. But whether it's a come from behind win, whatever they need to do, the Edmonton Oilers just keep finding a way to do it. They're doing it in different ways, leaning on different dudes. And then, of course, you get to overtime. Connor and Leon for 60 minutes. Pretty contained, I would say. You can only hope to contain them for a bit, because then bang, they come out in overtime. But because you've got this depth, they're doing it in different ways. I'm feeling pretty good about the Edmonton Oilers right now.
Well, the narrative for a while with this team, especially in the playoffs, is that they had to find ways to win. And they didn't have the experience to win, and they, especially early on, we talk about even back in the COVID years when they got swept and all that stuff. And, you know, you had to learn to lose before you can win. Well, now we're in that phase where, well, shit, this team finds a way to win no matter what. It's like a cardiac hockey. That's the best way you can put it. It's cardiac hockey, and that's the only way you can put it. And that's how the Oilers find ways to win. Even if they didn't have that experience a couple of years ago, now they have that experience. Now you almost expect them to win. That's exactly what's been happening in these playoffs. If they go down early, it's shoot, oh wow, shocker! The other team scored first. All right, go get the next one. Like it's not that big of a deal, and I think that's what kind of happens in hockey when you sit there and you allow a goal, and everybody's going, man, it's over. But it's such a character win every single time the Edmonton Oilers go out there and win that you just sit there and go, man, they could win every game.
Carolina just scored.
Hey.
2-0 up on the Washington Capitals right now. But no, it's a very good point. Doesn't matter how you do it in the NHL playoffs. A win is a win is a win. You just need to get 16 of them. And as somebody just pointed out, we're just a 10-game heater away from solving all of our problems and giving me a prayer I've been asking for since basically I was born.
Yeah.
Go Oilers, go. But obviously, the biggest story of Game 3 is going to be the goaltender. I want to talk about first the guy who's not going to be playing tonight, Calvin Pickard, my pal Cal. Pretty upset about this one. He's out with an undisclosed injury in this game. I see Bag Milk is putting on a headset right now. Bag Milk.
Good day, boys. Oh, I'm loud. I'm hot.
Let me bring it down. Let me bring it down a little.
Coming in hot.
We're just talking, obviously, the name of the game tonight. The storyline is going to be in the crease with one Stuart Skinner.
Yep.
Where's your confidence level?
Well, here's the thing. A big problem that Stuart Skinner had in Game 1, Game 2 against LA was that the team in front of him was terrible. They've gotten a lot better since then. If you can just play sound defensively, limit the chances from the slot, maybe don't make him stand on his head, we're going to be fine. Stuart Skinner is a very capable goalie. Got us to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Like, this is not a guy who hasn't been here before. Let's relax. Let's see how things go. And let's hope the boys can actually play a little bit of defense here.
I said start with the first shot against Stu, and we go from there. If you're in the crowd tonight and he makes that, you are going to freak out, make some noise. Stu also had a great quote, like you just said. I've been here before. Nothing new to me. It's an opportunity for me to go into the net and do my job and give this team a chance to win. Yep. I liked what I saw from him in the interview. Kind of had the eye of the tiger going down right now, but obviously Bag Milk. Calvin Pickard, injury. No way to sugarcoat it. That sucks. Pat, if you want to pull up a highlight where, I guess it's a low light, actually, is what I would say. Unconfirmed. It's an undisclosed injury. I think anyone rub two stones together to figure out that is where the injury was.
It's got to be.
Grab back at his left knee where Tomas Hertl fell into him. The crazy part was Calvin Pickard continued to play in this game.
Played electric as well. It was so good.
I would say at one point he got scored on, like right after this went down, was discussed. Hey, maybe should he have gone down? Who knows? We end up winning the game. We're not playing that one, but this sucks, dude. Calvin Pickard was 6-0, has completely changed the crease for the Edmonton Oilers, has been that lightning rod. I hated that I said it to you before the show. This eerily reminds me of Dwayne Rollison. I
No,
hope he is
stop.
okay.
Stop.
I hated the
No, we're not
Jay's
doing that
face,
yet.
he hated that
We're not
too.
doing that yet. We're not doing that yet.
Jay
Listen.
just said, how dare you?
Stuart Skinner's been waiting for this moment for the last 6 games. He's got an opportunity to go in between the pipes, in the crease, get his job back, steal it away. You know that guy's going to be fired up to give his best game tonight. Rogers Place is going to be electric. Stu's going to be dialed in. The boys just need to give him some support. There's going to be an early storm. You got to weather it. But I think if Stu can get through that early little chunk, the first 10 minutes, we're going to be fine. But also, most importantly, don't give them 4 minutes of power play time this time. Maybe it might be nice. Score the first goal. Might be nice.
Wow.
Try it. You might like it. You might even like it.
How would you win 7 games in a row from behind if you score the first?
That is true. You make good points. You know what? I'm in.
How do I live bet the comeback if they grab the lead early?
That is
What
true.
am I supposed to do here?
You've made good sense to me, sir.
Absolutely. Good point, Jay. Obviously, Stuart Skinner, we believe in our boy. What do you think the crowd reaction is going to be, Brett? As I said, this could be hyperbole, what I'm about to say. But, does this game has the potential maybe to kind of make or break Stuart Skinner's career here in Edmonton? Because if he, and I don't even want to say it, were to go south.
Don't even.
I'm very curious to what that crowd reaction would be in this game.
We are doing good vibes only, Aaron. I'm going to turn your attitude around. What is this?
Hey, here you go. I got some optimism. You got Waz's tweet in here as well.
Yeah, let's show that.
Against the Las Vegas Golden Knights in its last 5 games, Stuart Skinner has a .926 save percentage at a .920, .944, .912, .938, .929. I believe in him. The line for Stu saves, 24.5 tonight, BM, -110. Would you smash it? He's not even listening.
I just, yes.
You would smash
But also, the problem I have with that bet, though, is that means Vegas is getting a lot of shots on net. I would love to more game 1 vibes, keep them dialed in defensively, limit their chances, keep them to the outside, nothing crazy in the middle. I don't like that bet for that reason. That means the Oilers are allowing a lot of shots.
I didn't put it on the bankroll. I didn't put it on. You said 35 saves.
Hey, you know what? If that place is bumping and absolutely electric, why not?
Listen, we're going to be on Aiden Hill before the warm-ups are even over.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be on them.
So that kind of leads me into Game 3, Saturday night at Rogers Place. The crowd's going to be insane. Greta Barrieg is going to be insane. You obviously get last change when you're on home ice as well, expecting a big performance from Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. But Saturday night, 7 p.m., it literally doesn't get any better than this. This is what you play the game for. This is what you dream about. Trent Frederick had the quote today. He said, I think the vibe is going to be absolutely incredible, and that Rogers Place is, quote, unmatched. He's loving playing in Edmonton throughout these playoffs. I think goes both ways. You got to be on Stu's back. You got to cheer him on, support him, but get in Aiden Hill's kitchen. Get on his ass. If you are in that crowd, if he can allow an early one, if he looks shaky to start, which he has looked shaky for much of this postseason so far, Brett, I really do think the crowd can have an impact on the man in goal and one Aiden Hill, but thoroughly also. Last change, I think Nobby's going to be in his bag tonight, mixing and matching here and there, getting out 97 and 29 when he can. Vegas Golden Knights also going to be down an important D-man in Braden McNabb. Touch on that in just a sec, but home crowd, home vibes, home cooking. Expecting them to lean on the crowd.
Yeah, I like what you said, too, about getting into Aiden's head early and how Aiden has already kind of shown that there's some times where, maybe he's not fully into it, Like, there was the Podkolzin goal. They were on O&E. They were going over it, and you watch Aiden Hill after the goal, and he taps his glove and hammers his glove. He knows that Edmonton, or at least a lot of the media and the talk has been, oh, you got that glove slide, brother. You got that glove. Just hammer that glove. So what is he doing? Overcompensating on that glove. And that's exactly what Vasily Podkolzin did saw and put it right into a fluky goal. But that's how you need to score. That's when you see that a goalie is in his head where he's overcompensating. Oh, okay, sounds good. That's not where I thought that was going. I think that's big. I think that's especially with a fantastic home crowd. And look, this is almost the inverse of what happened kind of with the Vegas Golden Knights when they won the Cup. Laurent Brossoit was in the crease. He ends up getting injured in Edmonton. Who pops in there? Oh, this little known guy named Aiden Hill. And he goes on and wins the Stanley Cup. But Obviously, that's a little bit different with the fact that they also were on goalie number 3 or 4 with him. I'm surprised Oscar Dansk didn't get a shot there, but yeah, no, get into his head early, and I think we are going to have a very good night and a very long one for anyone named Aiden.
You didn't see it. There's clearly like a bachelorette party over here that just had a giant balloon penis.
I knew it.
So
I knew it.
that was there. Buy Bag Milk, by Jay. That's what you get at Credit Bar. Yeah,
once you said bachelorette party, I'm like, God, I hope there's a dick.
It's a big one. It's over there, and it is inflatable. But obviously, the Vegas Golden Knights, they had a great punch in Game 2. What, Pat, you said the deserved to win meter was definitely in the Vegas Golden Knights' favor. But tonight, they will be rocking a different-looking lineup because they've got 2 guys banged up. So both Braden McNabb and Brandon Saad are not going to play tonight. Saad is out with a lower body injury. Braden McNabb, an upper body injury where we saw him go flying into the boards at the end of the game on a, I'll say it, missed tripping penalty on one Victor Arvidsson. But hey, I'm not apologizing for that. Shirley came on that play, obviously. Not entirely sure where Brandon Saad's injury happened, but he comes out while one Pavel Dorofeyev is going to come back tonight. The Vegas Golden Knights leading goal scorer in the regular season. I said the least known 35 goal scorer in the NHL. I'll be honest with you, even I didn't know that he had scored 35 goals this season. Those with Saad, McNabb, sure they're losses, but you get an addition in one Pavel Dorofeyev. I think the biggest of the loss clearly is one Braden McNabb. He played over 27 minutes in Game 1. He's averaging 21-14 time on ice in the playoffs, and he is your classic big, mean, nasty playoff-style defenseman, a guy that you can lean on in the Stanley Cup playoffs. He ain't going to be there. Caden Korzak is going to be his replacement. It's kind of 2 guys down in one Saad and McNabb, but you get a pretty big addition in one Pavel Dorofeyev. But a guy like Caden Korzak on the back end, last change for the Oilers. Yeah. That's a man I could see the Edmonton Oilers taking advantage of. Thoughts on them changing up the lineup tonight, and mostly Pavel Dorofeyev coming in. That's huge. But McNabb going out, that's awesome.
Yeah, I wonder, I mean, as somebody who's suffered shoulder injuries, don't know if you heard that one before, but it didn't look like he was really like favoring it in a way that isn't moving, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm curious if that's his collarbone, which would be much worse. Obviously, purely speculative, and from my doctor stuff that I have from shoulder injuries, don't know if you heard about that. But my big fear when you told me that Dorofeyev was in, I let out a large expletive because I am not. I thought he was going to be out this entire thing, and guess what? He is not. So that's going to be a big name in, but he's not. He's not going to be on number 1 power play, is he?
No. So what they said, Victor Olofsson, which is crazy because it's their leading goal scorer in the regular season. Dorofeyev's going to play on power play 2, while Victor Olofsson will stay on PP1. Oh shit! Look at Tyler Remchuk. Oh, he's dancing and grooving on his way in. Look at that. He brought his own phone charger as well. This guy's ready to have a night. He's already grinning ear to ear. Were you golfing today? Yeah, he's been having some beers today. He's been having some beers. What the fuck was I just saying?
Dorofeyev on the power play.
Dorofeyev. Victor Olofsson is going to stay on PP1. Bruce Cassidy said, hey, scored 2 goals in the power play in the last game. Brett, what did you say about those 2 goals?
Both of us. Either of us could have scored those 2 goals.
Shout out Jack Eichel and Mark Stone for those beautiful feeds, but yeah, it'll be interesting. Get a good look at Dorofeyev. Different look in their top 6. I'm a little bit nervous about that one as well. But you know what doesn't make me nervous? Odd Company Nation Beer Everyday Lager, because it's perfect for game day. It's also perfect for every day of the week. Pick them up 2 Edmonton locations, downtown or Ritchie, or simply check liquorconnect.com. Find out which local liquor stores are carrying these bad boys. Simply go to your local liquor store and you just say, hey, dude, can you please start ordering these for me? Because they're delicious, and I love the Oilers, and it's a very good omen, and they might win the cup because of it. We all need to do our part. Fair?
Yeah,
fair.
That's what I've been preaching this whole time. If you guys saw me at Greta, I've been wearing the same shit since Game 3. And no, it's not because I don't not change my wardrobe. It's because I'm just doing my part. I showered.
No, he's good. No, man's still smelling fresh. Man's still smelling fresh.
Baby.
There we go. Let's do our need to know info, courtesy of our friends from Will Hawk Beef Jerky, because only the finest tasting meat products earn that Will Hawk name. Made from sweet, 100% pure Alberta beef. Their jerky is aged, seasoned, smoked, and marinated to savory perfection. They gladly fill orders of any size. You can find their jerky, sausage, and other products exclusively out of their Leduc location. And for more information, head to willhawkbeefjerky.com to what, Brett? Get yo jerky on.
I didn't know what it was.
Hey, come on now. I expect better from you, but I'll forgive you.
I
I'll
listen
forgive
to it
you.
all the time.
No lineup changes for the Edmonton Oilers in the forward and D-core. Obviously, the biggest one is in the crease, but the Oilers, that forward group, they scored 9 goals in the first 2 games of the series with 8 different players scoring those goals. That's depth, baby. Every forward in the lineup has also scored at least 1 goal so far in this NHL postseason. In 8 games, 12 guys getting on the score sheet. Fuck yeah, that's what I'm going to say to that. Edmonton looking for their 7th straight win and their 6th straight, technically, on home ice at Rogers Place. As I said, they have not lost on home ice in the playoffs since Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals. And the Florida Panthers, thank you very much, Brett. Stuart Skinner starts in his Vegas playoff career, 2-4 record back in 2023, had a 3.97 goals against average and an 8.75 save percentage, but in his most frequent last 5 games against the Golden Knights, has a 9.26 save percentage. Did Carolina score again? I think it's 3-0.
I also don't trust.
Ooh, they're showing Corey Perry jerseys in Edmonton.
I don't trust Waz doing math.
Yeah, that's true.
I just wanted to put that out there, but I didn't want to take it away from him on social media.
I never thought of that. Let's not fact check.
Yeah,
Let's just live in the world where it is a 9.26
Yes,
save percentage. Oh, damn it. You kind of burst my bubble right
Sorry.
there. On the Vegas Golden Knights side of things, obviously just mentioned it. Dorofeyev in, Korzak in, Saad out, Braden McNabb out. And then they did switch up their D pairings. So Shea Theodore skated on the top D pairing with Alex Pietrangelo.
Oh.
So they might be rocking that one. There you see it on your screen. Shout out producer Patrick Puff. Theodore, Petro, Hannafin, Whitecloud, Haig with Caden Korzak, Connor and Leon.
That would be that's an assassination. If they put Connor and Leon on Haig and Korzak, that's an assassination.
After icings, whenever you can get them out there, man. I'm betting heavy on 97 and 29 in this hockey game. I can tell you that right now. Nick Waugh was not suspended by the NHL after Game 2 for cross-checking Trent Frederick in the face. We talked about it. I don't think that was suspension-worthy whatsoever. I don't think there was anything like intentionally that bad. It happens literally that fast. Now, you kind of an idiot for trying to cross-check a puck out of the middle of the air. Yes, I could say that, but it's a bang-bang play. It happens so fast, whatever. He was fined $7,812.50.
Hey.
So I'm happy they threw in the 50 cents there. Hope Freddie's okay. Curious to see what his face is going to look like in this hockey
Give me
game.
Bubble Freddy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
If he's wearing a bubble, anytime goal, smash the shit out of that. Aiden Hill, he gets to start, obviously. He started every one of the Knights' 8 playoff games and currently has an 8.74 save percentage. Woof. All right, let's go to Sherwood Ford Giant storyline, brought to you by Sherwood Ford the Giant and their beautiful Nation Valet service that they got going on. They'll drive to your work. They'll drive to your home. They'll pick up your vehicle. Doesn't even have to be a Ford. They'll do whatever make and model, drive it back to the shop, service it, do whatever needs to be done, and then they will drive it back to your home or your workplace. And you won't even have to lift a finger, maybe a finger to throw them the keys. That'll be the amount of effort that you have to do there. My storyline, then we'll bring in Tyler Remchuk in just a couple minutes. He's got beer in hand. He's ready. He looks like he's in a very good mood right now. I'm very excited for this version of Tyler Remchuk. My storyline, my key to victory, special teams, special plays, special players, shout out Sketch for bringing it back. You need to figure it out on special teams. The Oilers PK is operating at a 57% clip in this series, and it's been dog shit all postseason long, whether it was LA, whether it's Vegas. You need to clean those things up. And like Bag Milk mentioned, obviously, be more disciplined with your penalties. Probably not to start the hockey game, not the best time to do that. And those are high sticks. Those are trips. We've even saw a delay a game with Adam Henrique. That was a tough one to watch. When you've been struggling so bad, when you're down a man, do everything you can to avoid simple mistakes like that. Then on the other side, yes, power play is yet to score. They're 0 for 5 in this series. I will never be worried about the Oilers' power play. I just simply won't. I believe in them. They've looked good when they're in the zone, I would say. Seems like that they've had a little bit of issue trying to gain the zone entries. Vegas pretty tough along the blue line. I'm never doubting 97-29, and because they're on home ice tonight, I've even got a power play point mentioned in Bordzy's bankroll tonight, but that's an area. Special teams, clean it up on the PK, get one on the power play, and right there, pretty good strategy to win this hockey game tonight.
Yeah, no, 100%. For me, mine is starting early, and that is like you are at home, you have the best crowd in hockey right now. Play in front of that, play for that, and I think that also trickles down to Stu as well. Like, I really hope. It seems like Oilers fans have kind of gotten away from it a little bit. It's the Stu, and he used to be thunderous around the rink, and now it's just kind of more sporadic than anything. I hope that they are fully behind Stuart Skinner, especially if he's starting to steal this game. But if you can score first and keep this crowd in this game and keep the crowd in Aiden Hill's head, it's 3-0, baby.
What was the word in the chat? Make it a ruckus?
A ruckus.
A ruckus?
In the terror
There we
dome.
go. Nice. Our boy Tyler Remchuk taking selfies for us as well right now. He's about to join us. We'll make the swap. But Brett, for that, score prediction, anytime goal scorer, what's happening tonight?
I'm going heavy. I'm going 6-2 Oilers. And last time I guessed Jake Wallman goal. This time I'm going to guess, you know what, Freddie? Why not?
Freddie?
Freddie.
Ooh, I like that one. Okay, Brett, we love you. We appreciate you. Who knows? We might even see you a little bit later on Oilers Nation After Dark. If things go positively, we'll swap you out. Want to give some love to our friends at Budweiser. Come on now, people. It's been brewed in Edmonton for 45 years. And by partnering with Mark Messier, a proud Edmontonian, on their limited edition can, the brand set out to ignite the city of champion spirit. At a time when Budweiser knows the city is united and energized, the brand is giving Edmontonians a new way to express their pride in raising a cold one and reminding them that the championship spirit still runs deep. I am now joined by a man who got a hell of a shout out earlier on Spit and Chicklets. Shout out to the Wit Dog. Shout out to you, one Tyler Remchuk. How nice was that to hear?
He said, I practically run Oilers Nation, which I am going to remind Jay Downton of on Monday when I pull in and sit in his office.
That's the thing you need to bring to the bargaining table. You're going to feel good about that. Ty, vibe check. How we feeling? We feeling positive. Obviously, the storyline of this hockey game is the man in the crease for the Edmonton Oilers, Stuart Skinner, making his return to the crease. Calvin Pickard banged up. It's an undisclosed injury. That was definitely too much Hurtle falling on him. I can see it's a left leg injury specifically as well. I've been asking everyone, Bag Milk, Brett, Pat, where's your confidence level in Stu right now?
First off, I have Brett's laptop in front of me. Disgusting amount of porn for a guy doing a live show.
This is the Tyler I wanted. This is the Tyler I wanted.
Listen, I mean, you can look at the history. Stuart Skinner last year takes the little break. Granted, it was 2 games, a round and a half is basically what we're looking at right now, but he came back and he performed really, really well. So I think you can look at that and have some amount of positivity. Also, historically, the Vegas Golden Knights have had a relatively tough time solving Stuart Skinner. So, a little bit nervous, obviously, as you would be. Calvin Pickard's playing so good, and you could argue that game 2 of that series against the Golden Knights was his best performance of the playoffs. But as much as there are reasons to be nervous, I think you can spin this and do a little spin zone into a positive mindset of like, okay, Calvin Pickard, to be fair, was probably due for a stinker at one point. Maybe this is, in a way, in hindsight, in 2 weeks, we'll look back and be like, man, that was actually a bit of a weird lucky break because it allowed Stuart Skinner to resume the crease. Everyone's kind of said that if you're going to go on and win the Stanley Cup, you probably need Stuart Skinner to take the ball and run at some point because he's got that higher ceiling. So I don't know. I'm choosing to look at this as maybe a little bit of a blessing in disguise for the Edmonton Oilers.
Nobby's been very committed from day one. Stu was going to get a start eventually in this postseason. Obviously, injury, not the ideal situation where it happens, but I believe in the guy. Shout out Waz's positivity online today.
Yeah.
Last 5 games against Vegas, 9-26. And then last year, once he came back, 15 games played, 11 of the 15, he allowed 2 or less. He had a 9-14 from the rest of the way there on out. I'm choosing to believe in Stuart Skinner, really because I have no other option to do so, but damn it, I am going to do so. The one thing I think is going to be another big storyline in this game, and I'm betting it because I believe in it, It's the dynamic duo. It's Connor and Leon. Because for the most part, dude, in this series, it's been weird. They've been largely kept in check. I would say it's yes, they each have 3 points in 2 games, but it's not that supernova nuclear level we know they can hit. I'd say Vegas played them pretty well defensively, blanketing them, not giving them time and space. They're fumbling pucks. You've seen them look frustrated at points. You can only hope to contain them, as we saw in overtime. Jack Eichel, suck it, buddy. But I think here on home ice with last change, and you look at Braden McNabb is out tonight. They're going to have Caden Korzak. Their third pair is Hag and Korzak. That's a duo that I think Connor and Leon could severely take advantage of, and especially in front of the home crowd. The power play always cooks better at home. I think in big night from 97-29. You betting on 97-29?
I always do.
Of course you do.
You know that. It's part of the reason why there's been a handful of nights in this postseason where the Oilers win, and I'm like, what the hell? I lost money betting on this team? Like, what is going on? But no, you kind of said it. You can only hope to contain them for so long. Power play, 5 for 6 on home ice this season, which is just like a disgustingly staggering number to be that high of a clip over 6 power play opportunities at home. And also, as much as it was frustrating to see them miss on the 5-man power play, their road record on the power play, not great. There were some numbers kind of floating around. Like their expected goals are actually pretty high. It's probably a little bit of bad luck. So again, I'm choosing to believe that we are due. And I said it before game 2 of this series. I said, Edmonton won game 1, and Vegas should be scared because it wasn't a dominant Connor and Leon performance. And traditionally, over the course of a 7-game series, you are going to get one. You're probably going to get 2 or 3, if we're being honest, dominant Connor and Leon performances. Those haven't hit yet, and the team is up 2-0. That's what sparked the Ryan Whitney shoutout, is when I texted him and was like, man, nothing's going right this year, but in a weird way, it's causing everything to go right this year. But the Oilers are due for, I think, a more traditional Oilers victory where it's the power play and it's the big guns fueling them. And again, they've now gone basically 4 straight hockey games without that happening.
And it's been the depth also. If it's a traditional Oilers hockey game, take the over. Life's too short to bet the under. And
although I love, someone tweeted me, they said Stu over 24.5 saves and a Stu, not saying the word.
Oh,
they're saying that's 35-1 plus 3,500. I put $5 on worse things. I also put $10 on Stuart Skinner to win the Conn Smythe. So again, I put $10 on worse things, you could say.
There you go. Nice. Stuart Skinner. Hey, we believe in our boy and we feel very good about him. Another one that kind of leads to the point you just made, right? So every forward in the Oilers forward group has scored a goal in this postseason. They've scored 9 goals through the 2 games, 8 different goal scorers for all of that. In game 2, it was the 4th line. It was Vasily Podkolzin, Victor Arvidsson, and Matthias Janmark. McDavid gave an interview, it was either yesterday or earlier this morning, saying those 3, that trio, since they've been put together, damn it, have they been good both defensively and offensively. Vasily Podkolzin has 6 points in 8 games, and he averages 9 minutes and 46 time on ice. He's got 1 million hits in there as well. That's a thing every night. It could be somebody else with the Edmonton Oilers, but those 3 have been awesome. I don't want to ask you to make all the, as we see Peyton in his Matthias Janmark jersey there, rubbing it right in your face, but those 3 have been awesome. They were a huge factor in game 2. Pods, RV each had 2 points. I'm looking for more of that, and the thing is, like I said it to you before, Pods and RV are such lunch pail guys, specifically Pods, but they've worked with everyone. Janmark, Dry, Nuge, it doesn't matter because they play such a consistent, simple style of game, I will say, which works in the playoffs.
First off, that girl right there is wearing a Connor Brown jersey. That's insane. Anyways.
That's Delaney.
Traditionally, Delaney from Hockey Fights. Traditionally, the Oilers in the playoffs, if you were game planning against them, it was like, okay, put our best line up against Connor and Leon. You guys break even. The bottom 9 versus the bottom 9. You would trust that you're going to beat the Oilers. That's now gone now when the Oilers go on the road, right? And we saw Vegas really struggle with that in games 1 and 2. But now here's the fascinating flip in all of this, is Chris Knobloch at home now doesn't need to coach that way. He doesn't need to coach, okay, how can I get Connor and Leon away from the other team's best? How do I line match this? Think back to 2 years ago when they could not figure out who to play and how to stop that Jack Eichel line. It was like, hey, Ryan McLeod worked for a little bit. It was just a mess. Okay, but now Chris Knobloch can get in his bag a little bit, I feel like, right? It's like, okay, I'm not scared to go Connor and Leon against Jack Eichel because you know what? They actually might win that matchup. But then how does he play the rest of this lineup? How does he take advantage of that Caden Korzak third pairing for the Vegas Golden Knights? I really do think Chris Knobloch has a way to get really, really creative here with last change. And again, with how strong the Oilers' depth has been now for, let's call it 6 straight games. Like, man, how can you not believe that being back on home ice is going to be a massive benefit for this team?
It's going to be a boost for the energy, but yes, all that. I said it right off the top of the show. Nobby's going to be in his bag tonight.
Yeah,
he is going to dig in there. He's going to dig in there deep. Also, Corey Perry, 2 shots, is plus 100 for 2 shots tonight. Smash that one while you do that. I'll do an ad read for sure with Power Sports and
Just
Marine.
quickly, breaking news, Braden McNabb is taking warm-ups.
Oh, okay. Well, there's that. So there maybe goes possibly the Caden Korzak matchup advantage. But we'll see. He just stepped onto the ice for warm-ups.
Yeah.
Well, also Capitals down 4-0 right now at the end of the third period. Damn. Seems like they're getting their ass beat. Let's starting goaltender report brought to you by Sherwood Power Sports and Marine. It's almost summertime. It's officially springtime. Summer starts in Alberta. May long weekend. You better go get your outdoor toys. They can get them serviced there at Sherwood Power Sports and Marine, much like Sherwood Ford the Giant. Or, hey, you're feeling adventurous. You want to have a good summer? They got everything. Boats, ATVs, dirt bikes, motorbikes, scooters. Scoot anyone?
I'm a big scooter guy.
Dude, they're fantastic. Brett is the king of scooter guy. He
is.
does like tricks on them. He's
doing tricks on it?
He's
Crazy.
He's taking jumps. He sent me a video the other day of him hitting a jump. He set his phone up, went and drove around, and then did another one. Not gonna lie. Got like a foot of air, maybe. So shout out Brett. Shout out Sherwood Power Sports Marine. If you want to be like Brett, you want to take it off some sick jumps, well, go check out Power Sports and Marine. So Pat, it was funny. Oh, you did do it. Oh, you did do it. He said to me before, he goes, I don't want to make a Stuart Skinner numbers graphic. Also, he's not 6-0, but I appreciate that. I like living in imagination land as we see that. 611 goals against, 810 save percentage. That doesn't matter, Ty, as we know what happened last season. And then when he came back in the postseason, my confidence sky high. Aiden Hill is a guy that if I was a Golden Knights fan, my confidence wouldn't be sky high in right now. Clearly, the scouting report is out on the glove side. We talked about it when I believe it was Pods who sniped him on the glove. He banged it down, did that, and then maybe was leaning a little glove side when Darnell Nurse goes down and goes blocker side. Could be in his head. His numbers, 316, 874 save percentage. Damn it, Stu's back to being 0-2. I don't like that, Pat. I don't like
7 games played.
Come
on, Pat. Dial her in.
You're doing great, sweetie. But Aiden Hill, have they figured it out on him?
I think so, and I think
to a degree.
I think, yeah, like, I mean, he's still obviously a very capable goalie. He's been a starter now for a couple of seasons. He took them on that playoff or on that Stanley Cup run, as we all know. The idea that he's like so mentally weak that the Oilers have totally broken him, I don't buy at all. But they've exposed a flaw on him, and it's not like a random fluky thing like the year where they just kept going 5-hole on Martin Jones, right? Good job, Pat. It's not like the year they kept going 5-hole on Martin Jones, where it's like, what the hell? How is Martin Jones forgetting how to stop shots between his legs? This has been like a noted historic weakness of Aiden Hill. This has been something Kevin Woodley on the Gregor Show called out from the jump. He's like, shoot glove hand, you can beat him. So, again, maybe there is something to the fact that, hey, if the Oilers pepper him glove hand like they saw last game, it's going to get in his head a little bit. It's going to get him into a little bit of a pretzel. So, it's also, again, very, very funny to compare storylines coming into this series where everyone was picking Vegas. All the national media were picking Vegas, being like, well, you can't trust Edmonton's goaltending, and their blue line stinks. Through 2 games, it's been Vegas's goaltending that stinks, and their blue line's awful. Alex Pietrangelo is so far from the world-class.
He's the giveaway king.
He 2 times in that overtime, he almost directly cost them the game. Then when Leon puts that puck in the net to finally finish it off, he's on his knees on the goal line. Like, Pietrangelo's been a mess. Theodore got dog-walked by Connor Brown. Like, it's so funny to look at the way the storylines were coming in, and I feel like it was just people grasping or looking at the teams on paper, being like, oh, God, well, John Klingberg stinks, and this guy stinks. It's hilarious how the roles have totally flipped.
It has completely flip-flopped. We're feeling good about that right now, and yeah, I also, Shea Theodore, even in the Minnesota Wild series, he had an awful series against the Wild. It's kind of continued along here. Tonight, they're going Theodore, Pietrangelo, top pairing, I do believe. Let's go, baby. Time to feast. Also, quickly, let's give some love here. We don't have Devin Dubnyk tonight, but his appearances normally brought to you by Tourism Jasper, because this summer, Jesus, jumping over that one, find your happy place in Jasper. From hiking trails, paddling wild waters, or sharing laughs by the fire, happiness finds you there. Jasper is open, vibrant, and ready to welcome you back for more unforgettable moments. So drive over, play outside, soak up the fresh air, enjoy some food and drink, and maybe even stay up late. Tyler, something tells me that you and I might be staying up late this evening, but shout out Jasper. Head on over there this summer. Jasper is back. So are the Edmonton Oilers. Now, the away lineup brought to you by Greta Bar Yag, where Ty vibes feeling pretty impeccable right now as I look around this bar. Every table reserved, every seat, like every literal chair in this place.
There's a
is accounted
bachelorette
for.
party in here.
Did you see the giant penis balloon?
Mhm.
Of course you did. Of course
That's
you
giant.
did. What do you expect from the crowd tonight at Greta Bar Yag? It's going to be a good one. They've got the special surprises after every single Edmonton Oilers goal. Hopefully we get a couple of those this evening. Greta never disappoints. And on a Saturday night, dude, this is going to be lit.
Yeah, it is going to be absolutely wild in here. And if the Oilers give this place reasons to cheer, the atmosphere is just going to be through the roof because, again, everybody's in their cups. Everybody's ready to have a late night. This is not like, oh, I got to work tomorrow. What do you? Nope, this is a full send evening for the people at Greta. And, again, for the Oilers, just deliver, right? Like, oh, how sweet would it be if we're back here after the game, sitting in these seats, being like, it's 3-0 series lead.
There's nothing better than an Oilers Nation After Dark on the weekend at Greta after a W because the vibes are impeccable. I can't even hear my own thoughts. It's fantastic. You hear the air hockey just clanging around.
You will have some guests as well, I will say. Like, if there's people after
revolving door,
it's going to be insane. I'll just put my face in front of the camera if they win. You won't even be able to hear me. I'll just yell.
God, I need that. I need those vibes tonight. It's going to be a good one. I'm not technically hosting tonight. I already got the mic. I already got some tricks up my sleeve. We need it on Saturday night. We all got to play our part.
I like this question from Ed. Tyler is on the show? Yes.
Correct. Tyler Remchuk. Mention on Spittin' Chicklets. Not a big deal. Vegas lineup as we project it to be. I just got a tweet here from Sinbin Vegas. Pat, bang, you're quick on that one, baby. Braden McNabb took the first rush. All signs point to him playing. So Pavel Dorofeyev is back in the lineup. Your top line not changing from game 2. And that top line really dominating the Edmonton Oilers, I will say, when they were on the ice. Ivan Barbashev, Jack Eichel, Mark Stone. But then your second line, Victor Olofsson, Tomas Hertl, Boo, who injured Calvin Pickard, with 35 goal scorer Pavel Dorofeyev, Brett Holden, not Brett Holden, with William Karlsson and Riley Smith, Nate Pearson, Tanner Pearson. Nate Pearson was the Blue Jays pitcher.
What a bust.
Nick Waugh, Keegan Colasar, your deep pairings. So it's expected here, if McNabb's playing, Hag, Petro, McNabb, Theodore, Hannafin, and Whitecloud. Dorofeyev, Tyler, I said, is the least known 35 goal scorer in the NHL. Even I didn't totally know that he scored 35 goals. He is clearly a big addition for this lineup. He brings goal scoring. He will, weirdly enough, be on PP2. They're going to keep Victor Olofsson. I guess he scored 2 goals in game 2 on the power play. How big of an addition is Dorofeyev going to be tonight?
He's the league's quietest 35 goal scorer, right? Like, I mean, he's really damn good. And if you give him chances in space, he can absolutely punish you. He's a really interesting element. What I will say is Brandon Saad out of the lineup, that changes my view of this maybe just a little bit, where Brandon Saad was giving the Oilers fits on the forecheck. He was forcing turnovers like a madman. He really, really impressed me through games 1 and 2. So losing Saad, getting Dorofeyev, there's a difference there. But in terms of being impactful, I found like Saad really, really found a way to make his presence known. Dorofeyev's not that same guy. He's not going to lay a big hit. He's not going to force a big turnover. But if he gets a puck in the slot, if he gets a puck at the top of the circle, he's going to make it count more often than not. So it's a different kind of impactful, but again, one that could absolutely change the game. Think of it almost like an Oilers perspective of like going from Trent Frederick to Jeff Skinner, where it's a guy, I mean, lesser case in both of these, I'm fully aware of that, but like a guy who can make a difference with a big hit, with a big turnover versus a guy who in one split second, if you give him too much space, will score a goal and totally change things.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous, and I'll be honest once again. I don't know a whole heck of a lot about one Pavel Dorofeyev. Feels like this season kind of came out of nowhere. Also, the chat is saying that you're AI and that you're also a hologram. So there's that as well.
Like that Tupac thing.
No, can't confirm. Can't confirm he is real. I bet you just hated that.
It made me very uncomfortable.
Don't ever fucking do that again. Don't ever do that again. Top line, Eichel, Stone, Barbashev, they were fantastic. And I just think the key is with the Oilers and this Vegas forward group, They forecheck heavy. They get in there. If the Oilers defense can, much like game one, well, they did it impeccably well, handle the forecheck, head up, clean, crisp, breakout passes. I do think they're going to be in a pretty good situation in this hockey game, but that is much easier said than done. Let's go now, Tyler. We got 10 minutes. I'm curious what you've got, what Tyler's bankroll might say, your Remzi's bankroll. It's brought to you by Bet365. Download the app today because whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. And if you want to get in on the action for the Stanley Cup playoffs, they got you. From game props, player props, totals, and the money line. You can even bet on futures like series winners, conference champions, the Stanley Cup champions, and much, much more. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary. Download the app, get in on the game. An official partner of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly. And as I say, only bet what you're willing to lose. We don't unit share.
No, we don't.
A win is a win is a win. And for me tonight, Tyler, I'm going Leon, 2 points, plus 115. McDavid, 2 points, is minus 110. I hate that, so I'm going with Leon. And then I've got Corey Perry, 2+ shots on goal at plus 100. And then put my money where my mouth is. I really think the power play is going to break through in this hockey game. The way I thought about it, who touches the puck the most on the power play? That's 97. So I'm going with him only plus 130. So I think Bet365 agrees with my theory that the power play might be cooking in this game. Tyler, first, which of these three do you like the most?
I just wagered quite a bit of money on Connor McDavid power play point, as you said it. So I'm good. I'm riding with you, Bordzy. Let's go. I like that. That's my heaviest bet of the day. You got to go in on that shit. If you believe Connor McDavid's going to score on the power play, you put your money behind it.
I can say that's more than I put down, and that gets me fired up. We're going to believe.
I like Corey Perry, 2+ shots on goal. You told me to do that. I did that too. Also, Jay earlier in the week asked me, because he was traveling, he was like, hey, can you put $50 on the Oilers to win game one for me? And then before game two, he goes, just roll it for me, if you don't mind. And then after game two, he goes, just roll it for me.
What's it at?
So we started with 50.
We were underdogs in game one.
Yeah, in both games we were underdogs.
Both,
yeah, so Jay started with 50. He's told me he won't stop till the Oilers sweep them. Today I had to put $220 on.
That's unbelievable.
It's all Jay's money. It's not mine. I swear to God, Amber.
Come on now. Get him out. Get him out, people. Patrick Puff, which of these three bets do you like the most? And do you have anything cooking on Bet365 this evening?
No, I honestly haven't been betting this entire series
right.
because for some reason I find that I'm bad luck when I bet against or bet on the Oilers. It doesn't seem to work. So I don't have anything down, but I really would like to bet the 97 power play point. I'm just staring at that plus 130 right now. It just seems so juicy for a power play that's pretty due to put a couple home.
If you would have said anything else, I would have placed the bet in honor. But I already bet that one.
Damn.
And you did that one a little heavy, so I like that. I might have to edit mine, put a little bit extra coin in there. Drop just a little bit extra. I do believe, man. I really do this game. Hoping we're going to feel good. People, throw in the chat. What are your bets? What are your anytime goal scorers? Yeah, I guess let me ask you now. What's your score prediction? And give me an anytime goal score.
I think it's going to be tighter than people think. So I'll say 5-3. And in terms of an
That's
anytime.
the over? Smash.
Yeah. In terms of a goal score, I want to go deeper because, I'm a big Leon guy. I really think he's going to be a goal per game in this series. You know what? Power play gets going. Give me Boosh, Aaron. Give me Boosh.
Boosh anytime?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Plus
What is that?
475?
Yeah.
Or 375, sorry.
There you go, Pat. Score prediction, anytime goal score.
I'm thinking 4-2 right now. I have Zach Hyman on the brain. I just think he's going to be standing in front of the net, being a pest for Aiden Hill, and I like it.
This might be chalk, but I'm pretty sure the guy has as many goals in playoff games against the Vegas Golden Knights. It's Leon Draisaitl, anytime goal scorer, and I think this one's going to be a roller coaster of emotions. I believe in Stuart Skinner, but the Vegas Golden Knights are a very good team. I think it's going to be high scoring as shit. It's going to be 5-4 for the Edmonton Oilers.
Who scores first? Just asking. I'm curious.
The Vegas Golden Knights, probably, if I was a betting man on that one, because you can't win 7 consecutive games from behind, Tyler, unless you go down at some point. Might as well do it early. No, I believe, but what are the numbers for who scores first? Oh, that's for player.
Yeah, player. That's what I was curious about. I'm mildly
Evander
tempted.
Kane.
Oh,
Also,
like
what
that.
vehicle did he show up in today? Does anybody know?
The Nation truck.
That would be unreal. That would be unreal if we did that. The Oilers would despise that. They'd hate that. Quickly.
Why? Do they not like us?
I don't know. Maybe it's the rumor going around. Can't confirm nor deny. But yeah, I want to get some love
Did you
here.
hear the Payton story?
No.
So, Peyton, tall guy who does the content, also notably one of the few sober employees at
It's
Oilers
crazy.
Nation. Like, he does not drink.
Also,
So he was in the moss pit.
look at what he's doing right now.
Yeah,
You're proud
I
of
know.
him? You're
It's
proud of
killing
him?
me. He's in the moss pit tonight. He's shooting content. He gets pulled aside by security, and they go, "Hey, we saw you drinking outside the liquor inside the moss pit. We're kicking you out."
He doesn't drink.
He doesn't drink. They kicked him out because they don't want Oilers Nation in the moss pit anymore.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
It's been happening behind the scenes while you've been doing the show. They had like the fucking police escort him out because they were like, "We saw you drinking. We have video footage."
I can confirm. I've tried to peer pressure him a million times to start drinking. He refuses to do it.
He's never drank. And the Oilers kicked him out of the moss pit, said, "We have you on video drinking outside liquor. You're banned for 365 days from Rogers."
Whoa. That's, wow. Well, he gets to come down to Greta Bar Yag because where else
It's a
would you
better
rather
spot
be?
to be. It's a better spot to be.
Unless you're in the building, maybe. No, Greta Bar Yag, that's where you want to be because we're going to have a fantastic evening. Wow. That's crazy to me.
That's wild.
Let me, while I process that, do an ad read for Oodle Noodle because you know what I did earlier today, Tyler? I had a surprise 30th birthday party last night.
Oh, yeah.
Had a couple brews. Didn't feel like cooking. I ordered Oodle Noodle. I got it delivered right to my front door, and I went with a Tokyo Glaze as an homage to you, because I know that is your favorite dish. Had some side chicken gyozas as well. And people, if you're at home, you don't want to be cooking during an Edmonton Oilers game, go to the Oodle website or download the app today. And if you sign up, become a new customer, you'll get 1,500 customer loyalty rewards points, which in English is $15 in value, which in real English is basically a Tokyo Glaze right there. Bing, boom, bada bang. There we are. So shout out Oodle Noodle. And Tyler, shout out you for joining me. We will get Devin Dubnyk on Oilers Nation After Dark. You're going to be here. Do you want to do ONAD with me?
I'm going to the game.
Oh, shit.
So
You'll be back. You'll be
I'm
back.
going to hustle. I'm thinking I'll make it my puck drop. I'm going to hustle, but I'm coming back. I'm coming back because the whole
So I'll
crew's
take you
here.
when you go.
Yeah,
I'll take you whenever you're back
Yep.
in here. We're going to have Dubes. We'll have me, Brett, Patrick Puff, the full pre-gaming Oilers Nation After Dark crew. Love doing a show with the boys. I love you all in the chat. I love all of our sponsors. Good luck out there on the Bet365 Battlegrounds, as I call them. Hopefully, the next time you see my face, I am beaming with positivity, talking about Stuart Skinner with a, do the sound again. That is beautiful. I like that. That's a good way to cop
Probably
out about doing
translates
that.
horribly through the mic.
Either way, I believe it's going to be an awesome one. Chat, I love you. Throw down your courtesy like on the way out. Make sure you are subscribed to the ON YouTube channel. Good luck. I love you all. Over and out.